Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Lonsville. I hope you're all well. Taking a stroll through our farming zone here. We're ready to get into it. So, quick recap, we're in year 21 here and we've got our first 2 horses down. We've also got our archer squad, which I'm really excited about, and we've got our second estate built out here that we're going to kind of get working towards as well. Plenty of food going as well. 202 on the population and everything's looking pretty damn wild. So, as you can see with these shrines, and we're almost up to tier 3 for upgrades. We should have some traders coming in. We got like a mighty amount of certain things in, so I'll make sure we're topped up on all of that. But I hope you're all well and welcome yourselves in. Thank you as always for the support. I really appreciate you. I think we've got a good amount of everything in ready for sales. What I'm going to do is actually go into our tannery here and just make sure. So we've got 2. We need to be careful of population. I might need to grab another one in. If I go into resources here, probably not going to transfer any more of these 2 in. We'll move into something else. And now that we've got pottery going, that might be a good thing. We may need a second stockyard, but for the moment we should be okay. We just need to make sure our food isn't spoiling so fast. I'm trying to look at what it is. I know the fruit will spoil. Bread spoils pretty quick, but other than that, should be fine. It's over the next 8 months, so most of it we should eat anyway. A lot of it is the raw food, so we should see it kind of flip over and carry on. But yeah, I'm hoping as horses come in, we'll keep buying them, and we may even get a second chicken coop going as well. And what I want to do on the farms is actually change this up a bit. So I'm actually going to go to half the size of the crop field itself. So this is a 12 by 12, right? This can have a max workers of 8, so I'm going to put that down to 4, and I'm going to do the same as 6 over here. We're going to keep an eye on them, and if they're a bit naff, we might add 1 more in. Oh my god, look at this. 119 soap can be sold here. 1,400. Beautiful. Right, let's see what we can buy in. So, as we've got some soldiers in, we could go ahead and buy some halbergs here, but we will be making them ourselves anyway. I think we're okay on that. I think I'll keep it as is. I won't buy anything at those increased rates either. I'm not happy with that. We're still blitzing through coal. We need to up our iron a little bit more, so we can actually get more people in there. If I go in now, we are a little bit better. We don't have the builders and labourers we necessarily need, but that's okay. We've got 20 there, as building is not being done right now, so we'll kind of leave it at that. Right, let's go into our hunter and make sure the traps are good. So I'm going to allow 2 traps on each. We'll change that up a little bit as well. I kind of want to be able to get a birth rate on this. I don't know if by putting more people in, it will increase it. It did on the other one, but we definitely don't need that many for that. So we'll maybe just leave the 2 for now. Alright, just checking in. My hotkeys are still working for my archers as well ready, so that's good. I might upgrade a few of these wells. I'm just having a look. Because we get a desirability bump. So it's 5 iron. Got those. 25 stone, 150 gold. We've got the stone in now, so we can start upgrading our wells when possible. What I might do is just get the one inside of here upgraded in case we have fires. There we go. Oh, 5 born as well. Hello, and here comes trader number 2. Is there anything we can do here? There's the first lot of spices at a reduced rate. It's almost, you can't not. They'll go bad, but you should see the money boost you can get from these things, man. They're crazy. I'm actually going to buy and transfer some of those. Not necessarily needed just yet, but that's fine. We will actually need to go into glassware at some point. We like Masuk the Silver Tongue. He brings all the riches. But that's fine. Let's go into our resource production because I'm sure we'll be able to get more people in at the moment. I want to go into the glass blower. Glass maker. That is the sand though. That's going to be our only downside here. We might just make a really small amount of them. The desirability is terrible on this building. Thinking this might need to... we've got a housing estate there. I might need to start making this industry over here, so we might need to flatten a bit more of this out, just up in the hills here. I don't want it to go too far away, but I do think flattening this whole area would be a great idea, and I'm going to use this kind of... We're getting raided, so I'm just going to pause it. Perfect. I'm very happy about being raided, actually, as weird as that sounds. I'm going to go over the same one a couple of times, and then hopefully we'll be able to fit a couple of things in there. So... 37? Oh, man. Okay. I mean, we have the extra towers. That is kind of scary, though. So we're going to be relying heavily on our archers here. I'm going to leave them in the tower for now. We'll see which way kind of comes quicker. So let's see if there's a whole bunch from here. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to wipe these out with the archers, so that's not even half of them. The main bulk is out here, and they're already killing my hunters. Hunter did a little bit of damage, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let the hunters die. I know it's really stupid of them, but is what it is. Let's see what sort of range we've got on our... Archer should start pelting these pretty well, so that's fine. And then we'll deal with these as they come in. So that tower should be able to do a fair bit. I should be able to take some out at least anyway. It seems to just be damaging all of them rather than shooting though. Then what I'm going to do is change direction here onto this. So hopefully they kill this one out, and then I'm going to grab the archers and bring them over. I'm going to grab them. I'm going to send them through, and we're just going to kite these guys, I think. They're all hitting different areas, which is good. How many have we killed? 11. Right, that is some good news. I mean, we've killed some. Our archers are coming in. We might need to make some infantry or something here then. Just make sure we've got enough gold to actually do that. The tower should tank it a little bit. They are in, though. So I am going to still grab these guys. See if we can attack a little bit more. Nice. Hunters doing their job over here, though. We have killed a few more. 17 being killed. Great. And I see 2 about to die over here as well. Tower is going to go down, though. But that is fine by me. They might do a bit of damage here. I'm going to see if I can... Yeah, see, they've still got to go through that wall, even though they came in there. That's perfect. That gives us a little bit of time to fire on these guys with my archer squad here. And then we'll back up. We'll do a quick shot. And then we'll back up. Probably just try and hit a couple more as they come in. They'll go towards the other tower anyway, hopefully. Then the tower should bait them in over here. Perfect. I'm trying to be as efficient as I can with the money to start. That tower can actually reach here, so we should be able to annihilate all these anyway. Perfect. Let's bring these back now. But only one tower. A couple of hunters died, but that's fine. We can bolster this up, and we could get a... even a second barracks over here would be not a bad shout. Maybe over here. I don't know. But that tower's actually going to finish them off anyway. Go on, kill them. Get them, boys. Boom. Get out of here. Go on, finish him off as well. Have you got any more arrows left? Yeah, that one's going to die as well. I don't think they got away with anything. So we are good. We'll let them kind of go home. Right, we'll get these rebuilt here. So it might... don't know whether to move that away. They do always come this way, though, so actually, I think with the barracks there, that's going to be great just for this bit, and then this one tower is to kind of cover it if they come off. I think what we will do is go in, maybe grab... let's recruit 2 more archers. Obviously, when they've got crossbows, so their range is pretty good. We'll get 2 more in. That makes that a little bit better, and then what we can do... I'm trying to think what we can do over here now. We want to make this, obviously, better, more defensible. But I don't want to just spam towers in, you know. That was a good defense. I mean, we lost 2 hunters, but that's absolutely fine. I have a bit of a food spoilage problem here, which we need to look into. All right, flattening is almost... I can see that flattening out quite nicely over here. It's quite funny because they never really get to here. So I'm pretty sure... I think it's safe to say they're going to keep coming from these directions. So if we do bolster this up... I'm trying to figure out if I can raise this a little bit better. They do have good height anyway from here. Maybe another tower there wouldn't be a bad idea. I think... what do we do? So we've got the extra archers for this one. Don't want to get the second tower in just yet, but I do want to build a stables. I'm thinking another archer tower just to kind of cover this corner again. But I might bring it away a little bit. Maybe here? That have more height. That one's good right there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the exact same. And just build a little bit of a fence around this one as well. And then once we've got the stone in, that'll hold them off a little bit longer anyway. That's absolutely fine. I don't think we need that one piece there. That'll give us probably the defense we need. I've just seen you can rename the military company. This is super cool, man. Right, guys, pop some names in the comments for our Vanguard company. We're going to rename them from Vanguard. Obviously, try and come up with a cool archery squad name. And I'll pick from the ones that you guys say and go from there. We'll see which one's best. If no one writes any, I'll just come up with my own. Alright, let's see if we're able to build over here now. So what we want is the glass factory ready. So we can start pickling. We can get the preservist building next. This one is fine to build over here as well. Let's point this one up towards... makes this bad for that house, actually. We need to move that temp shelter over. I'm going to pop it there, and what we'll do is get rid of this. We're going to relocate this a bit further over. So let's kind of see if we can fit it anywhere. It's almost going to need to go over here. So let's flatten out a bit of this for the house. And actually, it's not a bad shout for when we get onto the gold over here as well. Alright, how are we doing on heavy tools? We've got 3 in stock. We still have some tools from what we're doing as well, so that's going to keep us good. We are producing iron. How is that looking now? So let's get a third person into there. And then let's go over here and see what we're kind of producing. So 1 heavy tool per year plus 5 tools. It's a bit rubbish, actually. So we might need to get 1 more in there. Going to keep going with just that. I'm not going to touch weapons yet. We'll have a second one for weapons as well. But we're into year 22. Things are looking good. I think I need to expand housing just that little bit more over here. So let's look at that. We'll rearrange when the time comes, I think. For now, we're just going to try and stick in quite a few. So I'll leave a gap there. Just get those 2 in. Let's get another one over this side as well. I might save that for a little bit of an end road, and we'll just get those 2 there. These guys aren't going to be the happiest, but I do need to consider this. We've got the well. That should be enough for a little bit of an expansion there. That one I'm just going to accept we can't do too much with. Birth rate is really good at the moment. We probably need to buy another horse before we're going to get lucky over here, by the way. Fodder quality is good enough for them, so they should be happy there. Have a look. Glassmakers going in. This looks like it may be ready for the house. I might need to flatten this out if we're going to try and get a road up. It might not work too well. We'll see. I think it might be too steep. That's fine. We'll move the house over either way for the temp shelter, because this is actually going to be prepping us ready for later anyway. And then what we'll do is flatten from that. I'll probably just bring this down, actually, if we can. I'll try and bring that down to go the road up through here. I think we can upgrade it. Let's just do that. It's pretty cheap, isn't it? Yeah, let's go with upgraded stockyard to start before we get the next one. 3 livestock born. I think we may have just got a horse. We have. Yes. 3 horses. 3 horses, baby. So much easier to see the horses when you click on. A little baby. Fowl. Is that a baby horse? It's a fowl? It's floating. Oh, bless it. Nice. Alright, that flattening looks good to me, so we might even be able to get a start of a road coming this way. At least. Right. Go to there. And then if I just flatten that bit out, we might be able to get the road across. I just want it to look cool. A road going through the mountains, that would be super cool. And then when I start like grabbing this stuff, we could even set up another fishing area down there. That would look nice. Maybe a little tiny fishing village, you know. Alright, we've got a tiny bit of gold, so I'm going to have a quick look at some decorations. I might even... Oh, they're so expensive, those, aren't they? Could do with getting my first flagpoles in. There's a little bit of a slot there. Ideally, though, you need these to be quite central. Now, what I will say is the upgraded one is pretty good, range-wise. I'm just going to pause. Don't think we're going to go with that. I think we're just going to go with the traditional garden there. And I think we've got a little bit of space over here. Small gardens as well. So I'm going to grab 2 in there. We'll get those upgraded. That is good. Let's see what the trader's bringing for us here. Nothing. Furniture is going to be something we need to consider at some point as well. I actually forgot about a lot of this stuff. Nothing there. This is good. If I had more gold, I would 100% be buying those in. But for the time being, we don't have it. I think one of our big focuses is going to be a temple real soon as well. So I need to consider what I'm going to do with my walls. Yeah, it's tricky because we want a nice temple area. I might even just do it over here. Have the housing area slightly shifted, then bring out a little bit of an area over here. Let me go in and see. So, how big is the temple? Temple's big. We don't have everything for it. It's 1,000 gold, but it is a good building because then we can get the relics. It gives an insane desirability boost as well. So maybe, just maybe, yes, we move this one over. This might affect our desirability a little bit, but it would be cool to have the temple here. And we'll have like the theatre and stuff maybe in between the guard. Yes, I've got it. And then we'll have housing estate down here. That makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Alright, no immigration happening. It's just villagers being born at the moment. It is going up, but we could really do with either a big amount of people growing up or just a bit of an immigration to kind of bolster us up here. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. 11. We don't have the housing. Okay, we do have the housing once they're done. So we could really do with looking at getting some of these little ones upgraded here. So it might be worth us considering Just some basic gardens kind of covering these, actually. So let's get one there, and let's get the longer ones through here. So I think we've got room for a strip there. Grab that. And then the housing shortage will be fixed. Let's go into the marketplace, and let's see what the... Oh, look at this. You make me happy. We almost need to buy something off them. Alright, the fact that they've got crossbows means I'm actually going to go ahead and grab 5 more crossbows. I'm going to transfer those straight out. I'm going to go ahead and sell all of this clothing. That's pretty much all the money again. Tempted to grab a couple more, actually. Let's get 3, 4, 5 more. That should do. That gives us a few, and I don't think there's anything else we kind of want to grab. Stone's coming at well. I think we'll leave it at that. Is there anything we want to get off you, actually? I would desperately love to grab some plate mail, but until we get into the soldiers, we're not going to bother. Alright, I'm not going to put anything into anything else just yet either. Once again, I'm going to wait for the labourers to do a little bit of digging. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and also grab in another hunter's shack, and I'm going to start putting one out here for now. We've got this nice double deer section here, so I think I'm going to utilise them and start grabbing a little bit more from that. And I'm just checking in. This still holding nicely. All of these items looking good. I think we're okay. This looks good. This looks good. Arrows are still looking pretty solid. We did upgrade it, didn't we? So we can produce our own crossbows. I'm going to bin off that. We're going to start making our own crossbows now, I think. I didn't really need to buy them, did I? Could be something we sell. I might go ahead and... Yeah, let's keep it at a 3-to-1, but we'll put an extra person in there, and then we'll leave it at that. The glass blowers right now, we're only going to leave 2 in there. So we've got some. So we're making a little bit. We could get the preservist in. That would help. Almost got the bricks for it. Yeah, let's do it. So this one, to be fair, I'm quite happy with this one being... where's our stock stuff here? I think could be pretty cool going there. Yeah, I like that. Let's get the preservist building in over here, and let's keep going. Alright, population is max. We need some of these houses to upgrade. We can either try and work on these guys getting upgraded, or we move into the next one here. And you know what, actually, now that I think about it, we should probably move this down one. I'm going to relocate this. Let's go down one more, and then we'll pop the theatre in the same. I might be able to get the wall up and around over here eventually, and then move the towers out. Gives us more space for the archers to kind of do their thing. That does mean we don't have the height advantage that we do here, though. I actually like the road being either side of that. That looks super cool, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. That's cool. We're getting a lot of trees in now as well, so wood production should be pretty good now. Pretty solid. Now, glassware until the preservist is done is something we could sell. Preservist is up, so I might just leave a couple of people in there then. The only thing I'm concerned about, yeah, we just need to buy in that sand. So we're going to need to keep a massive stock of gold whenever we can as well. So I really need to keep this topping up and selling whatever we can, really. What I will say is we could knock up beer, but they sell... It's hit and miss. Sometimes the beer is 5 gold, 4 to 6 gold usually you sell beer for. Honey sells for pretty much the same price. It's just whether they come and get it or not is the only downside. Now, it might even make sense to have the housing being a little bit more obscure here. Let me go into desirability a second. So, if this barn was to move this way, maybe over here, thinking about offsetting it a little bit, and then we can have the theatre area, and then we could have a third housing area over here. Alright, this house, since we've moved a little bit of this, isn't happy. Let's see if we can get another decoration to help you out. Maybe your own little flower urn over here might be a good idea. Go ahead and pop that in. Just to keep this happy. And then maybe upgrading that too. If we upgrade these gardens, we could get these to tier 3, and then we'll be okay for housing as well. Might not be a bad idea. What's the cost on upgrading these then? I think we can afford them all, right? So I might do some of the more central ones. Get you upgraded. And we'll leave it at that. That's a lot of gold. Gold that we don't necessarily have as well. Yeah, I have a question for you guys on the weed levels then. So they've definitely changed it, and I'm not as efficient with the weeds as previous. We are losing a little bit of yield based on that. Is there a specific thing that kills weeds? Most of them, you might just have to keep raking, right? It does say it can reduce, but it doesn't reduce by a massive amount. Alright, we officially have some preserves, so we have some pickled jams and some pickled vegetables. Nice. Way less waste, which is great. That thing alone is incredible for it. And we're not going to go, obviously, cheese just... What the hell is that horse doing? Not going to go cheese just yet. Did that horse manage to... just wandering off. What are you doing? Alright, let's go over to our hunter's shack over here then that we managed to get in. And what we'll do is pop him over here. There's quite a lot of deer over there that we can utilise as well. And we just need to get a little bit more gold. So I'm just going to pop another 200, nearly 200 back in. Let's top up our marketplace ready for the year as well. Let's see. Surely we sell one of these items, right? Pottery would be nice. This is going to be a close call. Come save him. Archers, do your thing. Boom. Oh, I love that you can do companies and stuff now. It makes me so happy. Year 23 though as well. Let's go in. Still don't want to expand this until we get that little bit extra. We're still struggling. Stone is coming up. That's the only reason I'm struggling along for now. Fairly certain. Oh, there it is. There's our first graded garden right there. For that thing. Yeah, look at this. Once we get the food items in then, so just a couple of variants of it. So let's get us some thingy in here. We can start selling the spices then. Let's to the tier 3, the manor housing. And I would love to actually go ahead and get some of this upgraded. Ideally the towers would be upgraded first, but they're so costly. So the cavalry stable is a really cheap build though. So I think we're going to go ahead and actually get one of these in. Now, not sure where I want to get it in. I don't really want it to be something that gets killed. I might pop it over here for now. I think that's okay. We're not seeing anything kind of attack from over here, so I just want to test it out, this thing. See if we can get just a couple of horses in to come and charge at any enemies if they come. I don't know. Alright, so the path the archers take is also the same as they come this way, right? I think it would make sense for us do something like this. We'll get that in. I'm going to actually start upgrading some of these roads. Well, so we've got a little bit of stone. I'm going to actually try and upgrade the bulk of our middle section here. So just a few of them. Nothing too crazy at once. And then we've got a trader here. Only soap, not some... Oh, horses. Hello. Gonna have to buy one. That's all we can afford. But this should increase our birth rate, right? So if we get the 4 in there, there we go. There's guaranteed 1 per year almost now. Let's get a third thingy in there just to kind of keep up with these horses now. They're still wandering around. I don't know whether to try and fence this off a tiny bit more. With a gate, maybe. Probably for the best. I'm going to grab that in and then we're going to fence this. Yeah. I'm going to do that. This little bit is open. I should probably pop a gate into this as well because they will never use this to get through. So let's pop a gate there too. Oh, please don't burn down. Don't think there's a well very close to it. That's not good. Well, let's see. They're all running towards it now. Let's see if they can put it out before it does die. That does mean we need a well over here. So let's go ahead and grab one. Silly me. Water bonus is slightly better. Let's just pop it there. Once again, it's stone though, right? So we're at max population once again for our housing. Did we see any movement on this just yet? Still waiting for the food sources, aren't they? Yep. Alright, our best bet's to try and get some of these upgraded then. So let's go ahead and see what else we can get in here. So not much gold, but it will come in. I'm not going to grab one of those. I'm going to see if I can slot in an urn or two over here. These guys are stupidly powerful for getting an upgrade on. Oh, this one's selling sand. We're going to need to buy in whatever we can with that. There we go. That's some more. A couple of hundred. That should keep us going for a little bit longer. And 3 livestock. What was that? That's 5 horses now. I think it uses horses from the barn to also grab in, so we need to keep that in mind. Please have something. Right, there's candles and stuff for sale here. It's tempting to buy them. Oh, we have 6 heavy tools. We could probably get away with not doing those. Well, I'm going to sell all the baskets. I'm actually going to sell all the candles, so we don't want to hold on to too much. I'm going to buy 1 more horse. We'll pop that in, so that gives us 6 horses now. We should see an increase in birth rate. I'm going to go up to 4 in there. At worst, we're going to start getting meat from those as well, so it's going to be important. We'll grab those in, and then hopefully, there it is, the absolute beauty. That is the horses stable. So, with this thing, you can create... Look at this. Okay, so you need weapons and halberds. More gold is needed to train this unit. 15 monthly cost. Lancers. Oh my god. Powerful. It's shattering enemy ranks. Slower and heavy armored than horsemen. Plate mail. Heavy weapons. Fort is required to train this unit. We don't have a fort, so we'd have to go with some horsemen. Man, imagine a unit of 8 on the cavalry over there. So I wonder if this thing shoots out. I don't think it does. Again, I'm going to ask for names on that one. At the moment, it's called Wolf Company. Best one for the horse units, please let me know as well. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and sell that soap through it. They've got loads, and I could do, that means I can buy some more sand in. So we're going to go with, just in case we don't know when we're going to get more in, so we're going to go up on that. And then I'm going to start, I could grab another horse, but I'm also going to start ramping up a few of these items again. And I might even start smelting the gold myself. So let's start the flattening here. So let's go with you. What I didn't check in, actually, was the towers here. Did I improve it? There's a +6 there now. Did that get better? That's this one, wasn't it? 6 6s and 5s. I'm going to try once more then. We'll go from the top over here. Hopefully that does something. And then I'm going to bring that chunk into this one. Probably from over here as well. So that tower does get a bit of height. I think we're due an attack this year or next year. I think it's every 3 years on normal difficulty, isn't it? I'm not sure. We need more housing, though. We're not going to get any immigration until we sort that out. So let's get some more rubbish shacks. Some of these are going to get upgraded. Let's also just do the thing and get some in over here. So I'm going to leave that gap just now. I think I might go with a square of 4. We need some kind of roads to accommodate this as well. Let's get those 2 in. Let's bring a road just up here a second. I think we cover a good area with that. I might, yeah, I'll squeeze another house or 2 over here as well. So I'll just pop one there. And we'll do the other half after. And at least we'll have the ability to grow our population even more. Alright, flattening has happened over here. Let's see. Is it tier 4 that's the deep mines, actually? We might not be able to do that yet. No, gold mine we can do over here. Here we go. Oh no, that's iron. Deep gold mine only. I think that's down here, right? That's tier 4, so we can't do anything with that then. Okay, we'll leave that for now. That third merchant? Lethros of Cardell. It is. Right, these sell pretty tasty, don't they? Confirm a few of those. Yeah, see, look at this. Reduced rate plate mail. I would love to buy that in right now. The plate mail is just OP. Just trying to think what we can do population-wise. I think I can go ahead and reduce this back down to 2. Still 21 there. The stone is going up nicely. How are the goods looking there? Are we pickling? We're pickling a good amount. We could do more, though. Sand and coal, I reckon we can go to a 3rd in there, and then we get a 3rd in the pickle. Well, we've got plenty of veg to do that with. I'd like to get another arborist in as well. At the moment, we're just running with the one over here, and they do produce quite well. I'm trying to think where we'd have to go. Maybe a second one over here. I don't mind it being dotted around. Doesn't all need to be in the same place, so maybe over here. Yeah, let's get that going. Another arborist. There is no harm in that whatsoever. So let's go... Oh, let's just go flush there. We can bring it here, and we can get a fence. Tell you what. Let's leave a little gap, and then we can get a road going up through that. That would be much better. Let's do that, and then we'll get a road going this way. Just like that. And then I can bring more around this way if I want. And then we've got this little area here. Alright, we've got Aster Yellows. Problem with the wheat, carrots, buckwheat. Alright, this one we're going to go for apple tree planting, I think. And I'm going to bring this one. So that road's coming there. I don't want to overtake that deer too much. So I'm going to go something like that. Again, doesn't need to be perfect. There we go. We're getting the next lot of trees. It's going to take them a while to do that. We'll go pure apple trees with those ones. They last a lot longer. And I'm not in a rush for that. We'll leave it at 1 arborist. Alright, we're finally seeing a good amount of stone. This is beautiful. So what I'm actually going to do, 130. Let's not do that many. Just going to slowly upgrade some of these. As best we can, we're going to get some stone into these walls. I think it only does the gate when you do that as well. Let me see. Better. Doesn't show them, does it? What are you doing? Are you trying to chase that horse? I feel like he's trying to chase that horse right now. Hold on. Fetching rogue livestock. Yep. Our horse is doing a runner. Can that horse jump that fence or something? What is going on? Oh no, you keep chasing that. Pretty sure the horse is going to give us some good food when we've got enough as well. You get 10 per barn, so probably should have went for the cows, I won't lie. I just want to get some horsemen in, you know. Year 24 though. Oh my god, nearly a quarter of the 100 years already. Looking good. We'll see where we're at with the tradable goods actually before they get in as well. One of these days we'll get a massive pottery bump. But yeah, until then, we'll leave it as is as well. It might do a bit of upgrading. We don't need to be honest. I could probably get away with taking one person. Might just turn that one off, actually. I'm going to turn off the small fire splitter because I reckon that upgraded one will keep up with our demand at the moment. And we're seeing the gold come in now, so they're ready. These guys will be upgrading real soon, I'm pretty sure. Let me have a look. I think we need to get a school or something over here, actually, so let's also grab that. So we'll grab one school in over here. That'll be our first one. Now, I'm going to pop this slightly off this way. I'm going to go there. That should be fine. And then let's see what the trader has to offer. Pottery, but it's a reduced rate, and I'm not happy with losing that much money. The stone at a reduced rate as well. Let's just bump that up. Damn it, man. There's goats as well. Oh, there was some good stuff here. Right, you guys, let's see if we can get an upgrade of the house. Have some cheese. There you go. No gold in our trading post, unfortunately, though. I don't know how I feel about this tower. Might see where we're at next attack and then turn that one off. I should have turned all these off for the past 2 years, actually, to gain the extra gold as well. Wonder if having this thing running... No, it doesn't. And they do shoot. This thing shoots as well. Okay, so this is covering this whole area then. Seems to shoot the same as this guy. Why has that one got so much better range? Maybe I should move this thing over. Maybe I should put it in here. I don't know. Right, trade number 2. Can I... Yes, honey. Let's go. Boom. Oh, he doesn't even have that much gold. You poor man. What can I get off you then to kind of trade that one out? Not a lot. Hopefully I can sell the rest. That'll do. So we've got a bit of gold that we can actually transfer into our town storage now. And let's go back in here. A lot of things went for upgrade there, which was weird. Do I need storage upgrades? I don't. We're good. We are good. Now what I could do... actually is get the upgrade on a saw pit, and then I could turn this one off because that is not needed, and that is how we save people. Alright, we're looking good. Actually, this has got a bit healthier, so some of the kids must have grown up. That's perfect. So we could actually ramp up a tiny bit of our production here. Mainly, I'm looking at these charcoal kilns. So we've got plenty of wood. Let's actually pop a couple more in there because it looks like we're struggling with coal just that little bit, so let's get that going. And then let's see if we can up a few of these. So candles, I know we can. Pretty sure. Yep, we could get a third one in there. That will keep us going on that. And then farms, I need to focus on these weed levels. They look terrible. So I'm going to sacrifice that and get another weed rake there. You look pretty good. Turnips and cabbages, that's not good. But then we're okay for 2 years. We might need to get rid of that and go with a dry pea. That should be fine. Farms aren't looking amazing. I definitely think the amount of workers in these needs to be increased, guys. I've tried it. I'm going to go with one more in each just to kind of improve. Then the third trader did just arrive too. Ah, yes. All right, we're able to make a little bit. There's more horses at a reduced... Look at this. The grain. The grain. Reduced rate, you can't not. That horse is tempting. It is really tempting. We don't have the gold. We could get the gold. 754. Now I'm thinking if we do buy it... No, see, we're on 9 already. I didn't even realise. Did we have loads of bursts? I'm not going to buy it for that exact reason, so this should be good over here. Get a 5th person in there. That should increase. So it goes green when you've got enough for the workers, I'm guessing. That's what that is, so we're good. Alright guys, that is going to be where I end this one out. Thank you so much for joining me. Smash the thumbs up for me and subscribe if you aren't already. I really appreciate you being here. And obviously if you want to name the archer unit or the cavalry unit, please give me a few name suggestions on that as well. As always, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon.